What's up, Internet? So, every 2 years, my dad's family has a family reunion, and we do that at the McKenzie River Inn in Oregon. And it's something I always look forward to. It's a lot of fun. Get to see a lot of family that I don't normally see throughout the year, or 2 years even. So yeah, we've been doing this now for 14 years, I think. Every other year, so it's our 8th time. We always go to the same place, and we've been going so long that we've gotten pretty close to the owners of the inn, Bert and Hubertina, and their kids, Cedric and Isabel. So shout out to you, fam. It's a great place. It's right on the McKenzie River. There's a main house, there's cabins that you can rent, they even have campsites, and it's a bed and breakfast, so every morning they make breakfast, and it's delicious. So yeah, if you're ever in the area, check it out. It's a nice place. I spent the week in the van, in the parking lot. I drove straight up from Comic-Con, stopped overnight at a rest stop, slept in the back of the van, and then started driving again. So I think it's about 15 hours total, which is not bad. I've driven 15 hours straight in one day, so with a stop, easy. The first part of the drive is pretty boring when you're coming up through California, up through Sacramento on the 5, and then once you get to Shasta and the landscape starts to change, the drive starts to get a lot more interesting and a lot more fun. There's a lot better scenery to look at. It's not bad. So the week, it's a family reunion. It's all about family time, so we just spend a lot of time hanging out. All the cousins who don't normally get to see each other spend a lot of time together. My generation, the generation after me, the generation before me. It's just a lot of family time.
What? I don't even get it. I'm like, for you, no surprise.
Wait, you can answer twice?
No.
That's not my cousin.
Yeah, actually it is, but you're... Are there waves in Bocce Ball? Or is it...
Brown leaves.
Look at
We always go swimming in the river, and I remember that wasn't always the case. Like the first year or two, it was just the kids who would go in the water. Everyone would say, "Oh, it's too cold. It's too cold, you can't go in." And I remember thinking that the first time we were there, but I think it was my cousin Tim and I went in the river for the first time and thought, "Oh yeah, this is cold, but we can totally do it." And from then on, every year, everyone just swims in the river. And this year it was really low, which is kind of a bummer. I guess there wasn't a whole lot of snow in the mountains. It looks like everybody's short on water. So, conserve water. Yeah. Another thing we do normally is go berry picking, which is cool because there's nothing better than eating fresh food, still alive, picked right off the bush. And of course, when you're berry picking, you gotta taste some, take a few samples, and I definitely wasn't the only one. We always try to go on a hike too. My family loves the outdoors. Family of hikers. Probably all trained geodudes in Onyx. So this year we took a shortcut. It was a short hike since we had a lot of kids with us. We went to Tamalich Pool, aka Blue Pool. So named because it's blue. it's really, really beautiful. It's a spot where the McKenzie River flows underground through lava tubes and seeps up into this pool, and the river starts flowing again above ground. So the water is really cold, like 37 degrees, and Tim and I hiked down to the pool from the trail. There's a guy scuba diving, full wetsuit, and we decided to jump in. Just shorts. So Tim jumped, I climbed up some rocks, I dove in, lost my breath, lost my shorts, managed to pull my boxers up, swim to shore with my shorts around my knees, because it was way too cold. The only thing I was focused on was getting out of the water. But it was really refreshing afterwards. The whole hike back was pretty cool. So the other thing we do every year is a Bocce Ball tournament, and my Uncle Doug organizes it. And I'm sure we're not playing by proper Bocce Ball rules. It's more of like a Reppert family backwoods off-road Bocce Ball. So one of the rules this year that Doug came up with was we all had to wear hats, and mine right here, got this at a thrift shop down in San Diego. Used to belong to Albert Kempf. I think it's, well, clearly it's German. Luftwaffe or some other military. But there's my hat. Got a sweet jacket to go with it. But yeah, man, there were some funny hats. A lot of homemade hats. And it was cool. So yeah, Bocce Ball, that's probably the biggest thing that we do there. Everyone comes out and watches. And it's just, adds to the family time, you know? So when it comes time for prizes, the winners get first pick, and second place gets second pick, and so on. Tim and I were a team this year, and we got third place, which is not bad. But Doug had some more funky rules for the prizes. Every time you went to pick a prize, you had to roll some dice, and if you rolled doubles, there was some fun stuff going on. So you could eat some worms to get your prize. You could take a shot. So there was a lot of shot taking by people who don't normally take shots, and shot taking by people who do normally. But yeah, that was a lot of fun. I picked up a Target gift card as my prize because I needed some stuff for the trip, so that worked out pretty well. But there were a lot of cool prizes. Like, there was a drone this year. That was probably the biggest prize. And, you know, it's cool. So, thanks, Doug. You're the man. And, yeah, a week, it never seems like enough. And I missed out on almost 2 full days this year because I was driving up from San Diego. So, you know, packing up and leaving, it's always the worst part. A Reppert goodbye takes forever. We kind of just stand around in the driveway and wave at everyone as they leave. And that's after we've said all our goodbyes and hugs and I love yous. So, man, what a good week. And editing this vlog definitely made me miss it, so. Hey fam, if you're watching, thanks for the good times. So from there I drove up to Portland and stayed with my aunt and uncle there. And, well, I guess I'll cover that next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe if you are at all interested in what I'm doing. And if not, tell your friends who might be. Thanks.